A resume coach from ResumeBuilder.com came out with an article about our top do's and don'ts when it comes to resumes. Some of the top icks were fairly reasonable. Don't use an AOL account. It does kind of look a little weird. Don't have a picture. And then the other one was about not having an objective statement like a summary. I don't use a summary. I know some people do. I could imagine for certain roles and people having one or two lines at most can be helpful. But there was one piece that I think does deserve a little bit of attention. She had mentioned having one sort of standard resume that you can use for about 90% of your roles, and maybe 10% of the roles you might customize a little bit. But now, I really think this depends on your career. For me, I am pretty much siloed into the causal inference data science at this point. I would not want a role where I would have to completely retrain, probably drop a level. And so my resume reflects that. But earlier in your career, you might be open to a lot of different paths. So for example, I broke my resumes out into categories. When I first came out of my PhD, I had 3 resumes. One was for academic, one was for non-academic, but more research, and the third category was for anything in the private sector. When you're building a resume, try and consider the different roles that you're looking for and applying, and bucket them into categories. And if everything is falling into one major category, then you're golden, right? And if you have 2 kind of distinct paths, maybe you want to have 2 resumes.